Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the third race of the MotoGP season. It is the Argentina Grand Prix. We've had our races in Qatar and Indonesia, but here we are in Argentina in South America under the sun. Very warm day, very warm Sunday afternoon, I'd like to add, with 67,000 fans attending this race. So they're just doing the warm-up lap right now. On your screen you've got the leaderboard and the upcoming races, of course. 2 races for the rest of this month still to come. We have the United States Grand Prix next weekend, followed by the Portuguese Grand Prix on April 24th. So a busy month for MotoGP. And of course, big races, they're coming through thick and fast. It looks as though the track temperature at the moment is 111 Fahrenheit. But anyway, they're just currently on the warm-up lap. So do get in touch, folks, on the live chat page. We'd love to hear from you. And vote on the poll as well as to who you think will win the race today. We've currently got 67% under other. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you. And then put on the live chat page who you think's going to win. We got Burgoyne saying Jim Boglio Davies Dos or something like that. Ricardo Gordon saying I'm here watching on my Fire Stick as well. Late racer, not long come from work. And then Jeeps M saying cheers from the States. It's great to hear from you. But yes, get in touch. I'd love to read your messages out during the watch along. Currently just on the warm up lap. But the leaderboard next to me on the screen should be as up to date as it can be. Hopefully, if any of you lot can't watch the race at home, I'll try and keep you updated throughout on what is going on. 2 different winners so far in the first 2 races. Can we have a third different winner today? Remember, we got Espargaro on pole today. I think it's his first of the season. We do have the bikes now lining up on the starting grid. All their visors are down, ready for the man with the red flag to disappear. He walks off and the lights are about to go out. So the Argentina 2022 Grand Prix begins, and Espargaro had a bit of a shaky start. He nearly wheeled it on the very first corner as lap 1 begins of 25 in this race, and they approach the first corner, which you have to turn right. And they're all spread out at the moment, but it looks as though Espargaro, I think he's just got away with it. First 2 corners in, and he still leaves the race. Nice clear path for him ahead of the pack. But already, very, very clean start from these riders. So Jorge Martin actually goes first, Espargaro second. It looks as though Marini's still third, so nothing's changed for him. But this is a good start for Jorge Martin. Now, he had a good start to last season, and he was up there battling for the championship, but then he just kept having a lot of slip-ups during the midpoint of the season. Everyone was slipping up apart from Fabio Quartararo. He's currently in 9th, the world champion. The other Espargaro is 4th. No Marc Marquez, because of what happened with the last race where he completely lost it on a warm-up lap. Sorry, not on the warm-up lap. It was on the... they call it the warm-up. They have like a pre-race one, don't they, on the same day. He completely crashed it. But first lap gone. Good start for Jorge Martin as he leads. Espargaro just behind him. Moreni is 3rd. Gardner's just gone up 5 places. He's now in 17th. Started the race in 22nd. Fernandez has gone up 6 places and is now 15th. But Quintana has actually gone down 4 places. So he started the race in 6th and now he's in 10th. And now he's just been overtaken again. Bastianini's gone ahead of him. Quintana now in 11th. Bagnier in 12th. Greg Livingston says hi. Hello, Greg. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good weekend. In case any of you snooker fans are on this stream, we are doing a snooker watch along in about 10 minutes time. That's Seb True doing that one here on Let's Talk Sports, so feel free to join him as well. Burgoyne saying, ooh, Sergio Sanchez. What is it of you and Sergio Sanchez? I keep seeing the advertising boards up on these races about MotoGP on Amazon Prime. I still haven't seen the documentary. I haven't seen any reviews either. But I do need to watch it. I'm not sure if it's about last season or maybe it is some behind-the-scenes stuff from last season where, of course, it was Valentino Rossi's final race. So, you know, that will be very, very special to watch. But looks as though fastest lap so far is the pole setter man who's in second of Espargaro. So we've got both Espargaros on the podium places at the moment in second and third. Espargaro chases down Alex as looking at the onboard camera from behind him. Quintaro now down to 13th. Yeah, Alex Espargaro with fastest lap 1:39.8. The best race lap was 1:39.0 from Valentino Rossi in 2015. And Dovizioso has gone into the garages. And I think he's done for the day. He's parked up his bike. He's still sitting on the bike. Must have been a problem with the way it was running. Nakagami's in 9th. Binder, he's had a good start to the season, but he's currently in 8th. He'd love to go a few more places today, but never rule it out with Mr. Brad Binder. He's a good racer. Greg Livingstone asking, did you see Chelsea getting hammered by Brentford 4-1? I've still not seen the highlights, but I noticed Eriksen scored, so that was special. But yeah, Chelsea having a horrible time at the moment in the world of football. So actually, funny enough, looking at the live championship, Espargaro would lead the championship if it was to stay like this. But I don't know why they're bringing that up yet. There's still 23 laps to go. Calm down, folks. Anything can happen. Augie Martin leading the race as he's come down the straight to make it lap 4. Alex Espargaro has improved his times and he's now gone to a 1:39.5 after he was 0.3 of a second slower in his previous lap, but that was enough to be fastest lap at the time. So he's improved it. Jeeps M saying, it's only on Amazon in certain countries, but it covers last season. I haven't watched, but couldn't resist and watched the spoiler review. I need to watch it. I might watch it tonight. I'm not doing anything tonight. Greg asking, is it the final of the Snooker Championship today, Jamie? The Tour, I think the Tour Championship, yeah, it's the last one of that today, but not the World Snooker Championship. That starts in 2 weeks, and we'll try and do as many watch-alongs of that as we can in that fortnight of it being on. And also next weekend is the return of Major Golf for 2022. The Masters next weekend. We'll be doing a watch-along for that this time next week. Of course, American Grand Prix for the MotoGP on next Sunday as well, around the same time. So it's a bit annoying trying to do both streams, but we'll find it out. Jeeps N asking, post a review after, please. I might do, actually. I've never really done a video review before. I might give it a go. XYZ Gaming saying, we want live visuals. I mean, everyone wants live visuals, mate, but you can't do that on YouTube unless you've got the rights. Quintaro having to try and defend his 12th place at the moment from Johan Zarco. Johan Zarco's had a bit of a strange start to the season. But the gap between second and third of both of the Espargaros is, well, it's a second and a half. So that is a big gap in MotoGP. But anyway, folks, do get in touch. Love to hear from you. Vote on the poll if you haven't already, and vote for who you think is going to win. And also, please subscribe to the channel and support us. We do as many MotoGP watch-alongs as possible. Currently into 5 laps of this race, of a 25-lap race. Did we have an Argentina race last year, folks? I'd imagine we didn't because of COVID, but I can't remember. Greg saying, I can't believe the Masters is back 12 months from last year. Masters time has flown by. 2022 Masters, here we come. Yogi Martin now with fastest lap. It's now down to 1.6 seconds, the gap between second and third. Jack Miller 15th, looking at the leaderboard. No retirements yet, apart from Dovizioso, who had to park his bike up. And oh dear, there's Johan Zarco, who was chasing down Quintana, has gone off, and he's walking off, so he ain't going to try and get himself back on the bike. So he was actually in front of Fabio, it looks as though, on turn 2, and then he just went off, which just shows in MotoGP, even if you have a clean race, all of a sudden you can just lose control and then that's it. You're out of the race. Hence why I always say that about when you always see the top 2 fight for that first place all the way to the end of the race. You just never know. Francesco Bagnaia did it last season. But 20 laps to go. Augie Martin currently leading. They're coming down the straight again to mark the end of another lap. And a big pack of them behind the top 2 at the moment. Fanay asking, saying, Quintana having bad start, please. Greg saying, who's your golfer for the Masters, Jamie? I bet on Scott Scheffler. He's 15 to 1, put a £5 bet. You can never really second guess it when it comes to golf majors because it's so many of them have got a chance to win it. But like it's always an unusual win. I mean, Matsuyama winning. Was it Matsuyama who won it last year? First Asian to win the Masters. Or was it first Japanese to win the Masters or something like that? Morbidelli is... What's going on with him? He's going very slow around the track. And there's no other riders around him. I think his bike is packed up. No. Looks like Rins is trying to fend off Espargaro because he's taken over Espargaro's position in third. So 2.1 seconds between second and third. Less than a second between fourth and fifth of Muir and Espargaro. Luca Morani now up to 6. Oh, one of the riders is gone. And I think is that Quintaro? No. Another retirement. Looks like I think we've got 3 retirements now. Bagnier's done alright. He's now 8th. Bagnier, where did he start? He started 13th, so he's gone up 5 places to get himself in the points. I was really hoping for more from Ducati. I know this is only the 3rd race of the season, but it's not been great, has it? I thought Ducati would be a lot more competitive after what we saw at the end of last season, but every new season's different, I guess. The battle for first is heating up. Jorge Martin, dominant so far. He's led every time. Rins we could catch up on the top 2 because he's getting faster laps than them too if he consistently does that. Let us know where you're watching the race from today, folks. How's your weekend's been? Love to hear from you. Joshua Langley saying, wait till Ducati can stretch their legs back in Europe. I hope there's a bit more of a battle for them come the European part of the season. Greg saying, Jamie, thoughts on the United game? I thought there were no fight for the badge, and I feel Scott McTominay is the bench player. He is not starting midfielder. Ralph should have taken him. He was losing ball. I mean, our season's done. I'm only going to briefly talk about it because this is a MotoGP stream, but United are done this season. They look like they're ready for the summer. God knows how they're going to fix it. I keep saying Ten Hag should be our manager, but to be honest with you, when I've thought about it more, and I think Pochettino's the man to approach. But we'll talk about that another day. 2 seconds. The gap between second and third. So it was Morbidelli who had retired his bike in the garages just then. On lap 10. Dovizioso went out of the race on the 7th lap, and Zarco skidded off the track on the 6th lap. So those are the 3 retirements so far on your leaderboard. Binder now up to 9th. Morani, started in the top 3, has lost 3 places. Muir 5th. Quintaro behind Nakagami in 12th at the moment, just not the season he's been hoping for so far. If you haven't already, folks, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. It's free to subscribe and follow us and follow our future MotoGP watch-alongs and video content. We do other sports if you're new to the channel, like football. We've got Snooker watch-along going on right now with the channel with Seb True on that one, so do join in for that. And of course, it's great preparation ahead of the World Snooker Championship that starts in 2 weeks' time. So this is the last big tournament tonight of the Kazoo Tour Championship final. Yeah, John Higgins versus Neil Robertson. That'll be a good match. It's 5-3 to Robertson, I think, at the moment. But Robertson's having a great season. He might be the favourite to win the World Championship in a couple of weeks' time. Joshua Langley said, thanks, Jamie, just subbed. Thanks, Joshua. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we'll do the US Grand Prix next weekend. I don't know yet. It clashes with the Masters, so I might do that and then join Crystal and Joe for the Masters later on. I don't know yet. It's quite a big battle for 6 here. At least 6 riders going for it. "15 laps to go." This is a 25 lap race. It doesn't say it on the leaderboard, but that's how many laps it is. So yeah, Vanillas is having to be careful. In 6, he's got 3 other riders behind him trying to go for his place. All in a single straight line next to each other. But yes, be sure to subscribe to the channel, folks. We'd love to get past 6,500 today and get closer to the 7,000 mark. And it's your support that'll help us get there. And give us a like as well if you're enjoying the stream. And if you really want to, feel free to send a super chat. So it's literally less than, well, it's pretty much half a second between the top 2 at the moment. Espargaro's kind of backed off Martin in the last lap or 2. They're currently on turn 7, 8. And now they're going to go up to the 9th turn, which is a left turn. Of course, next weekend is the Formula 1 Australian Grand Prix. A very early start for me in England, in the UK, if we do a watch along for that. 6 AM. I don't know if I really missed Australia when it was off the calendar for the last 2 years, to be honest with you. Purdy Penando gives us a thumbs up. Thanks, Purdy. So they're just showing a replay of the race start. It was a very clean one. I mean, Espargaro had a bit of a slow start and then he got overtaken. Three of the back lot of the grids ended up going off the track just after the first turn. So a bad start it was for them. I'm not sure which riders it was. So the top speed at that moment was around 208 miles per hour. Wow. That's so fast. Greg Livingston saying, long target is to get to 1 million subscribers, Jamie. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, that would be amazing, but baby steps, as they say. "13 laps to go then. Jorge Martin in control. So, 12 laps to go. 25 lap race. Bastianini, how's he done today? He's only gone up 2 places to get to himself to 10th. Fabio Quintaro is now 11th. But, yeah, Quintaro started 6th. Just keeps going backwards, that boy, at the moment. Not good to see. That's what it's called, MotoGP Unlimited on Prime Video. I need to have a look at that. Werner Venter saying, show us something. I'm showing you something. My beautiful face. Battle for first. Still going. Quintaro on the... pretty much right behind Bastianini's bike. Oh, he's going in really tightly. Oh... I thought for a moment he was going to go into Bastianini on that corner. I thought both of them were going to go out. But they're both still on the track. Nothing dramatic happened at the end. Oh, there's a yellow flag on Sector 1. And that is... oh, it's Paul Espargaro. And he walks off the track. Turn 2. Just showing the replay now. Let's have a look. It is crazy. Just all of a sudden you just lose the bike. That's going to hurt for Repsol Honda. That really will. Werner Venter saying, my cat is more entreating. Yeah. Something tells me you only have a cat in your house. Anyway, back with this. 2.5 Brem says Vanillas and Binder tend to do well late in the race. Could be interesting. Yeah, I mean Binder's now 7th. And he started the race 11th. I agree, they are very good together. Binder loves to play from the back. He reminds me of like Daniel Ricciardo in F1 or Jenson Button in F1, where they don't like to be pole sitters, but they like to win races from far back. Not that they'll win this one. No chance. There's only less than 10 laps to go. Oh, Bastianini's now taking... oh, nice move. Oh, one of them's gone off. Yeah, Bastianini's gone off and he's lost 4 places. Oh, all that work gone. Still 10 laps to go. But anyway, thanks for tuning in so far, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. Vote on the poll. The Tour Championship Snooker Final is also going on the channel right now with Seb Chu, so do join him after this. Meanwhile, Espargaro still ain't giving up on Martin. Martin went a bit far out there on turn 1, but he still stays at the top. Only for now, but that means Espargaro's got a little closer to him. This would be a fine win for Augie Martin if he can do this. And I think this would be his first race win of the season, so we would have 3 different winners in the opening season. Espargaro's now back in the garage. That's Paul Espargaro, by the way, the one who was third and represents Repsol Honda. Brem saying either of the front two winning would be great, but I'd love to see Alex and Aprielli up there. It'll just make the championship very interesting. I know this is only the third race, but it's building up to be a very, very interesting season and an unpredictable season. The fact that the top two of the championship from last season are nowhere near to be seen, not even in the top five. Okay, Bagnier's 6. He might get up there before the end of this race, but you know, Fabio Quartararo, he's done alright actually. He's now 9th, but he was up to 12th during most of this race, but he seems to have gained himself a few places. So 7 laps to go. It is very close between Espargaro and Augie Martin. And he's getting closer as they go to turn 4, I think it is. No, it's like on the last turn now as they're going down the straight to complete the 19th lap. Oh, Quartararo now up to 8th. Leading a pack behind him. Fabio Quartararo having to watch over his shoulder. If you love your MotoGP, folks, be sure to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Click that subscribe button and give us a follow. So 7 laps to go. Costa saying, go, Alex, go. Well, this race won't be decided until the checkered flag because I can't decide who's going to win this. Espargaro is getting closer and closer, but Martin is holding on for now. Ooh, they both do the same move on turn 1. No hiccups from either of them there. So that doesn't change the gap. But Espargaro is getting closer. Rin's watching behind in the distance. He's just over a second behind them two. looking at turn 5, the battle for first. Espargaro really tried for it. He braked too late though, and Martin got his position back at the front. 6 laps to go. So lap 21 or 25. Jack Miller, he's had a poor race, 14th. And Oliveira, he's in 13th. But yeah, we've had 3 retirements so far. Paul Espargaro, Morbidelli and Zarco are the ones that are gone. Bezecchi has had a good race. He's gone up 8 places. While Marini has gone down not 8 places after qualifying 3rd. The other Binder has gone up 6 places and is in 17th. And Espargaro's just overtaken Martin. So Espargaro now leads the race. Can he hold on for the next 5 laps? Ooh. Don't know what time it is in Argentina. Aren't they like 5 hours behind us? Us English in Europe. Espargaro will go top of the championship if he wins today. He'd go 8 points ahead of Binder. Binder currently 7th. I'm sure Binder would love to try and get 1 or 2 more places. Let's have a look how far behind he is. Ooh, I think he might be at least either 2 or 7 seconds behind Bagnaia, which might be too much to ask with only 4 laps to go. Just saw a bird fly past the front 2 runners here. I'll never forget. I can't remember which MotoGP rider it was, but a few years ago one of them hit a seagull. But he headbutted it, not on purpose. He was trying to move his head out of the way, but sadly it was his head helmet that hit the bird. Three laps to go. Paul Espargaro watching on. Greg asking, what time does the Masters start on Thursday? I'm not sure. Oh, Fabio Di Gianantonio has crashed on turn 11. They haven't got the cameras on the incident, but so that means it's a yellow flag in sector 3. So it must have been coming the end of his lap where he went off. Hopefully he's okay. Yudi showing us the subscribe button. Oh, thanks very much. If you haven't yet, do subscribe, folks. Help us get to 6,500 subscribers. And then we'll be halfway from the 7,000 mark. Just need around 30 of you to subscribe, and we'd really appreciate it. You'll be kept up to date on our future watch-alongs, whether that's MotoGP, football, F1, rugby, cricket, golf, tennis, you name it. A lot of sport watch-alongs that we do here on the channel. Especially next weekend, we've got the Masters. Masters next weekend. We've got the not Argentina. This is what is happening now. We've got the Australian Grand Prix for the third race of the F1 calendar. So currently, we're into the last lap. Alex Espargaro first, Jorge Martin second, Alex Rins third. I can't see. I think Martin's probably too far away to try and do another overtake. Alex Rins watching in the distance. He's too far back. They're showing the team views of all three teams. Watching nervously on. They still wear face masks in the garages, so you can't really capture their full emotions in terms of their facial expressions. Well, the Aprilia team members are running from the garage to head to the cage wall. And they'll be hoping that when they jump up on the cage wall and look over it, they hope that it will be Espargaro coming through. And he does so. And Alex Espargaro wins the 2022 Argentina Grand Prix. Delight for Aprilia. I can't pronounce it all of a sudden. Aprilia, I can't pronounce it. But Fabio Quartararo gets 8th. So Jorge Martin second, Rins third. And I think Alex Espargaro is very emotional right now, but it's always nice. I think he's been crying in his helmet as he stops his bike. It's nice to see the current world champion Fabio go over to him and pat him on the back. So that's 25 points for Alex Espargaro. Jorge Martin will get 20 points. And Alex Rins with 16 points. But nice to see the race stewards and so that means Alex Espargaro does lead the championship by 7 points against Brad Binder. Bastianini 9 points behind in third. And Rins is also 9 points behind in fourth. So what a moment for Espargaro, leading the championship after winning the race. Greg Livingston says, bye Jamie, see you later Greg, good to have you on as always. Joshua Langley says, made up for him, that's awesome. No, he's done a brilliant job today. He kept fighting for it and then he saw the opportunity. He overtook Jorge Martin once but went brake too deep on one of the turns. But then later on he would go and get the race win. It's his first ever Grand Prix win. We're seeing a lot of first ever Grand Prix wins in MotoGP at the moment. Alex Espargaro joins the list. How many more races can he win in his career? Of course, that will be a question for another day. But right now, he'll celebrate this for a good evening, and I'm sure. Of course, American Grand Prix is the next race, this time next week, so I don't think they can celebrate, but they've got to get ready and travel to Texas or Austin for the Circuit of the Americas track, known for hosting the US Grand Prix in F1. It's his 4th podium, and he's had 3 poles, Alex Espargaro, but that's his first ever win after 283 GP starts. Wow. Some good stats there. Get in touch, folks. Jeeps M saying cheers. Another great watch along. Thank you. Thanks, Jeeps. Do get in touch, folks, before we wrap up. And remember as well, Seb True is doing a snooker watch along right now for the Tour Championship final of John Higgins versus Neil Robertson. But if you haven't yet, before you leave, do subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. And do give us a follow, as we will aim to get past 6,500. But yeah, love to get you lot following us and help us get to 7,000 subscribers. But Augie Martin, he's happy with the podium. John saying, I pronounce Brad Binder like a bin. Well, Binder doesn't sound like bin, does it? Anyway, Alex Espargaro parking up. He'll remember that race win for a very, very long time. Yeah, he can't quite believe it. He's on his knees now. Anyway, I think we are going to wrap it up there, folks. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this stream and you haven't followed yet Let's Talk Sport yet, do follow us on YouTube. Click that subscribe button, give us a like. And yeah, we'll be hoping to do the next race this time next week, which is the American Grand Prix, the 4th race of the 2022 MotoGP calendar. So, of course, congratulations. Oh, look at this. 9 different podium finishes in the first 3 races. That's a stat that's just come through from MotoGP. That's a fantastic stat to end it on. But it just shows that 2022, it's anyone's year at the moment. Who's going to win next week? Could we have a different race winner next week? Find out with us next Sunday. Of course, later this week as well, we have the Masters Golf Watch along. Me, Crystal and Joe Stanley will be trying to cover as much golf as we can from Augusta. And next weekend, it's the Australian Grand Prix. So a lot to look forward to over the next week, especially next weekend, for you motorheads and golfers out there. But anyway, going to end it there. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night, folks. And congratulations to Alex Espargaro.